is enough said.
Happy Wednesday, Heat Nation. Yo, boy Ernest here. Back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day so far. Staying positive. Don't forget to support the channel. Hit that like button and subscribe. Now that we got that out the way, please join me as we go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. I got breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. I know I cut a short about it earlier, but I finally had some time to do a video. I'm in the middle of a work day, but I wanted to give you guys my thoughts. So the Miami Heat have re-signed Precious Achiuwa to a one-year contract. And I say re-sign because this was the guy that the Miami Heat drafted in the 2020 draft with their first-round pick. Now, Precious Achiuwa was traded to Toronto as a part of the 2021 trade that landed the Miami Heat Kyle Lowry when they traded Achiuwa and Goran Dragic for Kyle Lowry. So this is great, you guys, because you get Precious Achiuwa for basically nothing. It's a minimum level contract. He gives us exactly what we need. And I actually have done 2 videos in the past about Precious Achiuwa. The most recent one was on September 8th, where I was calling for the Miami Heat to re-sign Achiuwa. This was after they met with him. And it's funny because there were some people in my comments saying that it was clickbait and that I was full of it, that the Heat were looking to bring back Achiuwa. And here we are 2 weeks later. So for the haters and the people that were trolling in my comments, how you like me now? Just saying. But anyways, getting back to the Achiuwa signing. I think this is great. I think this gives the Miami Heat a lot more flexibility. There's one thing that I've been preaching the entire offseason was the need of depth in the center power forward position. After you traded Kyle Anderson and Kevin Love for Norman Powell, it made you a little weak. Now, I get it. Kevin Love and Kyle Anderson aren't guys that are going to win you championships, but we've seen in spurts of moments, these guys were solid players that would help the Heat out. You're losing 2 of those players in your big man rotation. All it left you with was Bam Adebayo, Kel'el Ware, Nikola Jovic. Now, of course, you could have sprinkled in some Jaime Jaquez at the 4 position, but really this team was just full of wings and guards, and you only had 2 guys that could really play the big man rotation with Kel'el Ware and Bam Adebayo. I know Nikola Jovic is 6'10", but his play style is more of a wing power forward type of player. So Precious Achiuwa just adds you depth. Now I get it. You look at a guy like Achiuwa who's 6'8", 243 pounds, and you don't exactly think center. But here's one thing I'll let you guys know about Precious Achiuwa. When he was drafted in this roster back in 2020, I was calling him Baby Bam Adebayo. And the reason why is because when you look at his game, it's similar to Bam. Now, I'm talking about rookie Bam. I'm not talking about the current Bam now. When we first brought Achiuwa to this team, you saw a guy that had the development style of Bam Adebayo. A guy who's great defensively. A guy who can guard multiple positions. Now, Precious has not gotten his offense to the level that Bam has gotten. And I know people sometimes trash Bam Adebayo's offense, but when you look at his stats, going from a guy who averaged about 7 points a game all the way to a guy who averages about 17 to 20 points a game, that's improvement. But you look at Precious Achiuwa's numbers, you guys, last season with the New York Knicks. Let's take a look here. Okay, so last year with the Knicks, he played 57 games, started 10 of those games, averaged 6.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 50% from the field, 28% from the three-point line, 59% from the free throw line. These aren't what I would call groundbreaking numbers. This is not a guy that's going to win you an NBA championship. But what I like about Precious Achiuwa, he knows the system. He's played with the Miami Heat before. He has a relationship with certain players on the team like Bam, Tyler. He knows Eric Spoelstra's system. He knows this Miami Heat culture. He's a dog, tough type of player. So he's a guy that can help you and help you now. And when you look at his numbers, you guys, this is someone who we need. This is a guy who's not going to give you 20 minutes per game, 82 games a year. But this is going to be a guy come December, January, if Bam has to miss a few games, if Kel'el Ware has to miss a few games, if Nikola Jovic has to miss a few games, it doesn't hamper us. You have a guy that can fit in the system right away. For all you know, he ends up earning a starting spot. And at the minimum level, it's not a risk. When he played with this Miami Heat team back in 2021, in 61 games, he started 4 of those games, averaged 12 minutes a game. He averaged 5 points, 3.5 rebounds. His best seasons were 2 years in Toronto, where he was averaging about 20 to 25 minutes. He averaged 9 points, 6.5 rebounds in both seasons. This is a guy that, given the opportunity, can step up. He does the dirty work that not every player does, and he's a great addition to this roster. Now, I get it. With the injury from Tyler Hero, the Miami Heat fans kind of feel like we've had a gut punch, and I understand that. But all this Miami Heat team needs to do is hold afloat before Tyler comes back. Tyler's going to miss the first 15 to 20 games of the season. That's not the entire season. So when Tyler comes back, as long as we're 500, I know that's like, oh my God, seriously, mid? I get it. But if you can just stay 500 in a depleted Eastern Conference when Tyler gets back, this team can make a run. And let's not sell this team short, you guys. I've been hearing people recently saying this Miami Heat team has no depth. That's not entirely true. Kel'el Ware, Bam Adebayo, Andrew Wiggins, Norman Powell, Davion Mitchell as your starting lineup. Nikola Jovic and Jaime Jaquez Jr. being your main players off the bench. You have Kasparis Jonas. You have Pallel Larson. You have Drew Smith. You just signed Precious Achiuwa. Simone Fontecchio still on this roster. Let's see what you have with Terry Rozier. There's still a lot of guys that can help you contribute now. So Heat Nation, I want to hear from you. What do you guys think about the Precious Achiuwa signing? Do you think it's a good signing? Do you have something against it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But please, guys, don't forget to support the channel. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. And that is enough said.